Hello, my name is David. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's over 16 years ago. I'm currently in the middle of stage 3 of 4 stages. This is a TED-style talk on Parkinson's, dignity, and what really matters. And I'm calling it How to Finish Well When Life Doesn't Go as Planned. Every 6 seconds, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's. It is the fastest growing neurodegenerative disease. And I want you to imagine something. You wake up tomorrow and your body doesn't quite listen to you. Your hand trembles. Your balance is off. Simple things, buttoning a shirt or just walking across a room, feel uncertain. Now imagine that this isn't temporary. It's progressive. That's the reality for millions of people living with Parkinson's disease. And by the time they reach what's called stage 3, something deeper begins to happen. It's not just movement that they start to lose. It's confidence. It's independence. And sometimes it feels like it's their identity. So here's the question that I want to explore today. How do you live well when your body is slowly letting go? Or even more honestly, how do you finish well? We need to reframe the problem. You see, most of our medical system is built around the idea that we fix the problem, slow the disease, extend life, and all those things matter, but they're not enough, because at some point, whether it's Parkinson's, cancer, or just normal aging, we all reach a place where life is no longer about fixing, it's about finishing. And finishing well is not a medical question, it's a human one. The turning point in the disease progression, in my opinion, is stage 3 of Parkinson's. This is when people begin to lose balance. Falls become more likely. Independence starts to slip. But there's often some additional things that are missed. You see, in this stage, it's not just a decline. It's also an opportunity to shift the goal of life from control to meaning. Let's consider the following 9 things. Number 1, stability. Stability creates peace. The first thing that people need is stability. Because when your body becomes unpredictable, fear takes over. So simple things matter more than we think. Preventing falls, keeping medication consistent, moving the body every day, even a little. These aren't just medical tasks. They're emotional anchors. Because when the body feels a little more stable, then the mind can finally rest. Second, the fight for identity. But you see, the deeper battle isn't physical, it's personal. I recently read about a Parkinson's patient who said, "I feel like I'm disappearing." That's the real crisis. So we have to fight for identity. Not the identity of what someone used to do, but the identity of who they still are. A father, a mentor, a person of faith, a storyteller. You see, one of the most powerful things that we can do is to help people tell their story. Record it. Write it down. Pass it on. Because even when the body weakens, a life still speaks. Thirdly, strength. Strength beyond the physical. There's another layer that we don't talk about enough. The emotional and spiritual weight of this disease. Anxiety, depression, grief. These are not side effects. They are central to the experience. And yet, research consistently shows that people who have a sense of spiritual grounding, like purpose, faith, meaning, well, these people cope better. They suffer differently. Not less pain, but more peace. Fourth, no one finishes well alone. Here's something that we all need to hear. No one finishes alone. Isolation accelerates decline, but connection slows it down. And what patients need is not just care. They need a circle. People who show up consistently, who know their role, who remind them that you still matter. And when that happens, something shifts. Care is no longer a burden. It becomes a shared mission. The fifth thing is that the courage to plan ahead. There's a hard truth that we often avoid. If we don't talk about the future early, we lose the chance to shape it. Stage 3 is the moment where we need to be asking, what kind of care do I want later? Who's going to make decisions for me? What matters most when things get harder? These are not conversations about giving up, but they are conversations about taking control of what truly matters. Sixth, redefining success. We also have to redefine what a good day looks like, because success is no longer how much did I get accomplished today. It becomes, did I connect? Did I find meaning? Did I show love? A walk to the mailbox can be a victory. A conversation can be a milestone. Finishing well is built on small, meaningful wins. The seventh thing is the power of closure. One of the most profound things people can do in this stage is to prepare their relationships, to say, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you, to bless their children, to pass on what matters most. Because at the end of life, people don't regret what they couldn't do. They regret what they didn't say. Number 8, caring for the caregiver. There's one more person in this story that we cannot ignore. The caregiver, the spouse, the child, the friend. They all carry the weight quietly. And if they burn out, everything collapses. So if we want patients to finish well, we have to care for the ones caring for them. And finally, number 9, a different kind of care. Eventually, the focus shifts from curing to comforting, from extending life to enriching it. This is what palliative care is really about, not giving up, but leaning into what matters most. In closing, what it means to finish well is something that I want to leave you with, and that is finishing well is not about avoiding decline. It's about choosing every day dignity over despair, meaning over loss, connection over isolation. Because even when the body weakens, the human spirit still has something to say. And maybe the real goal of life isn't just how we start or even how long we live, but whether in the end we lived with purpose and we loved well and we finished with peace. The final line is this: because in the end, finishing well is living well, right up to the very last chapter. Thank you very much.